Hi guys, my name is Kenya and this is TheKBview. Thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it. And going forward, please continue to like and share. And I appreciate your comments, guys. I do really want to know the feedback and know what you think about the videos. Alright, so in this video, I want to talk about the body versus the spirit as it relates to value, right? The body versus the spirit. So, really, your body has one job: to keep you alive long enough to carry out the mission your spirit was sent here for. Whatever it is your spirit was sent here to do, that is your body's reasoning for being here. That's the only reason. Whether you know it or not, you're not that body. I am not this body. This is just a shell in a body that was given to me so that I can complete the mission and get the lessons that I did not get in past lifetimes or whatever. I don't want to go too far into that, but you know, we can and we probably will in other videos. But right now, let's just keep it right here. My body has one job only: to keep me alive long enough to complete and carry out the mission. If I do not get it, and for whatever reason I should drop my body before the mission is complete and all the lessons have been learned, the mission doesn't get aborted, guys. What happens is the spirit now has to find another body to carry out the mission, right? Because the mission and the lessons have to be learned, right? So there's a reason why it has to be complete, because at the end of the day, you want to go home, wherever home is. All I know is everybody came from somewhere, right? And so you must return to somewhere. And I think in a lot of our minds, we think when we die, we want to make sure we go to heaven. That's as far as, our minds will allow us to go. And we don't really know what heaven is or what that place looks like really for real, right? Because how could you really, based on the information that you were given? So most of them are probably using a description based off of folk theory and things that you just hear in your culture and tradition, or the Bible, which most of it originates from. And those thoughts and those images kind of make up what your idea of heaven would be, right? But either way, this ain't home, right? And you want to go back somewhere. That somewhere in your spirit is yearning to get you back somewhere, and you don't know where it is, but you came from somewhere. And I think a lot of us are now realizing that it's for a reason that we're here. And I hope that you are opening up your minds and allowing your spirits to speak to you, to even get the imagining and the wondering of trying to figure it out. Like, I have to be here for something more than just to be somebody's husband or somebody's baby daddy or somebody's mama or child or wife or sister. I have to be here for something else. I was born for more than just that. I think you start realizing that at some point. I think a lot of us are starting to realize that. And if you are not, hopefully in the future, if you keep your awareness open, if you look for, speak it into the universe, that your purpose be revealed to you, it will be. So moving on. The body has one job, again: to keep you here long enough to carry out the mission. But for some, the mission that your spirit was sent here for, right? But for some other reason, we just don't want to listen to the spirit, right? Keep in mind, your body doesn't know its way home. It just doesn't. As a matter of fact, your body, or at least mine, while in this body, I have done a number of things that would look like, I'm sure my spirit was judging, but the spirit doesn't judge. But if it was, it would probably say, you've done just about everything your little simple ass could do to try to destroy this body so the mission don't get completed, right? So thank God my spirit, was outwilled by my foolish and undisciplined body, right? And my foolish thinking, right? That my spirit was stronger than all of those foolish things that I've done. Thank God for that, and thank the universe for that. When I'm sitting here saying it to y'all, I'm extremely grateful. I swear to you, I'm extremely grateful, but I don't want to get into all of that. But I realize is some people actually prefer darkness over light. Some people like the idea of being lost and confused. That's exciting to them. It's like it's a little adventure. Whoa, we're lost. We're confused. We have no idea where we are. So let's do this while we're lost. But then there's these other people who be like, no, I was set out on a journey and I got lost, and this is not setting well with me. I want to know exactly how to get to where it is I was set out here to go and complete my mission. I want to complete this journey, right? There is going to be some things that stop me along the way and probably, cause you to lose track and you get off your journey, you get sidetracked, some things happen, life happens, right? But for those who are kind of tapped in and you understand now that there is a mission to be completed, kudos, and I'm grateful for you for that awareness, right? I wish that for everyone because that is imperative, right? So anywho, your body doesn't know its way home. Your spirit does. But you don't want to listen long enough for your spirit to really give you direction. I have to wonder about that. I have to wonder about that. If someone says this is the way home and you tell them, hey, Kenya, I'm lost. And I say, oh, you know what? I actually know where you're going because I just left there myself. And you go this way. And then when you get to the corner, you make a left and then you make a right. Then you make another right. Do you want me to write it down so you can make sure you get there, safely without any issues? Oh, and on the way, be aware because, on this corner, there's this weirdo here or there's a dog over here, whatever it is. So I'm giving you the layout. And you say, you know what, on second thought, let me figure it out. That's cool. No problem. But figure it out. Don't get comfortable being lost and confused. And then turn around and ask me for directions again. Now, because I know that this is my purpose, chances are I will give them to you again. It's not going to take anything away from me to give them to you again. But ask yourself, why do you have to keep getting them? And what is it? Why don't you want to get home? And why didn't you keep the directions the first time? Only you know the answer to that. So I don't want to get in that. But I also know there is something, too, to be said about attachment. I think that some people are so attached. At some point I was too, so attached to this world and the things of it in it, and right, and all the toys and all the stuff that they give you in this world to be attached to and be distracted by. We're so attached to those things that we're comfortable in this world, even though something in our spirit lets us know that there's more to it. Our limited thinking and our undisciplined and uncontrolled minds and bodies gets us comfortable, allows us to get comfortable here, right? And we like, I guess it's not so bad being lost and confused. I guess I can make this place home. And after a while, you couldn't even imagine someplace greater than this. In your mind, in your limited thinking, now that you've got so comfortable and you're so attached to this world, you couldn't even really imagine nothing better than this. How unfortunate. I hope after this video you start imagining a place greater than this, because there is one. But there's so many things that keep you attached here, right? There's so many things that they give you to anchor you down and keep you way down here in this world and thinking that there's nothing greater to this. You have to wonder why they would want to do that too. That's for another video too, right? But they give you things to keep you anchored down here and keep you distracted, like your Facebook addicts and your Instagram addicts and all of those people who use those little toys that they give us to distract us, to keep us anchored down here in a world that's not reality, a fake world, a world that keeps you distracted from your real world. Some of you so distracted, you now think that that world is real and your own world is fake. You think what you see on your phone and on your computer and in that fake world is now reality. And what you see in your everyday life now is fake. Also, another video. So it's imperative that you understand, guys, and you have to figure it out sooner than later, that your spirit has way more value than your body, right? Your body has that mission to do. It has one job, and it's to get you to complete the mission of the spirit, right? And it's your job to figure out what that is. And it's your job to do it now and sooner than later, right? Use this as a warning. Like, this is a public service announcement right here. It's your job now and a mission of yours to figure out the mission you were here for, because you don't have as much time as you think you do. I know a lot of times we get caught up, you know, in the same mundane things, and we get complicit and we get caught up and we get familiar and just getting caught up in a routine, right? Well, let me tell you guys, it's crunch time. It's time to get out of your fucking routines, right? It's shake up time, because at some point we are all going to have to drop this body, and unfortunately there are some wicked people in this world that would like to see that happen sooner than later, right? So also another video, but my whole point is, I want you to allow your spirits to lead you, right? Stop being led by your physical. This physical body will get you in some trouble. This physical body will betray you. This physical body has gotten your ass into trouble. Stop paying so much attention to this shell that you will soon drop. It is your spirit that needs tending to. It is your spirit that is here for you to guide you through this nonsense, right? It is more important now than ever to be in tune with yourself. Here's a question I want you to think about. If you don't have, and your spirit doesn't have the directions back to home, who do you think has it? Who do you think you should go to for direction? I'm curious to know, like, who do you think has the answer and the direction for you to go back home? I don't know. Please don't say your pastor. And no offense to your pastors, guys, but some of y'all pastors can barely find their way home to their physical homes. Like, if they didn't have a GPS, they would still get lost a couple of times. No offense, but it's true. But at the end of the day, your pastor is responsible for finding himself and his way back home, and he's responsible for his actions and his deeds. Yes, he can guide. Yes, he can advise, but he is ultimately responsible for his spirit getting back home, as is you. Are you responsible for you getting your spirit back home, and you are responsible for your deeds. You and you alone are responsible for you getting a lesson and understanding why your spirit was brought here and what it is that you need to do. And you need to start figuring it out, guys. Like, I know people preach all the time, and please don't think this is what I'm doing. This is really like I want it to be like a wake-up call. Like, guys, that's what time it is. You have to stop being so attached to all of this other stuff. Do what you need to do to survive. I'm not suggesting that you don't, but you know what you're attached to. You know the things that you are doing that's weighing heavily on your spirit. You know the things that you are doing that's pressing down on you and holding you hostage. You know all of that shit. Nobody else knows but you. I'm telling you, you have to start cleaning that stuff up, guys. Listen, I've heard it said, it's not the clock that's ticking away. It is your life that's ticking away. That's not necessarily a scary thing, as much as it is reality. So be it. What are you going to do about it? Only thing you can really do about it is make sure that your spirit is prepared. That's it, and that's all. Try to be more spirit guided. Don't let your physical body control you. Like, how much longer are you willing to let your physical body run the show? How much longer are you willing to let your limited thinking, run your lives? Like, you're doing the same shit over and over and over and over again. You ain't getting no smarter. You ain't no closer figuring it out today than you was yesterday. You gotta be sick of that, right? You gotta be at this point. Like, if you can't see right now that it's time to do something different, to look a little deeper into yourselves, like, if you can't see that now, then you just were never supposed to see it, or you just don't want to see it. As simple as that. Because you have to realize not everybody is going to get it. And it's not for everybody. But for those of you who know and it's been tugging at your spirit and something's been tugging at you, you know how you always get that. Well, something told me to go turn this corner, or something told me to call you, or something told me I was supposed to do this. It ain't no something told you, y'all. It's your spirit. Your spirit is trying to guide you and keep you safe and direct your ass home, but you won't listen. You ever get that feeling or something tells you, your spirit tells you turn around, look, and you see something that only you were supposed to see, or you miss it. Somebody be like, oh, you should have turned around, or something happens and you missed it if you would have turned around or didn't turn around, right? Because we don't listen to that. You be like, oh, something told me not to come to this party. Well, it don't still ring the same if you go to the party and some weird shit happens. It sounds a little bit better when you say, something told me not to go to that party, and you actually didn't go to the party. That, my dear, is letting your spirit guide you, okay? So please, guys, everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know that feeling. You know that intuition. We all have it. Listen to it. Stop letting this limited thinking and this physical body run the show. This is what needs to be our guidance. This is the only thing that's going to get us home. This is the only place that's ever been home. So it knows how to get us back. The body don't. No one has the answers but you. Who you think you're going to get the answers? Your parents? Your pastor? There's a possibility that your spirit could be older than your parents. It's possible. The answer comes down to you. All right, I'm getting way too passionate about this. Like, share, and subscribe. We will talk about this later. If one person watches this video and they start letting their spirit guide them more, and they shut their mouths more, and they listen only internally a little bit more than they did yesterday, then I did what I was supposed to do today. Y'all be kind to the people around y'all.